What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm going to show you guys something that a lot of y'all have been asking for, and that's a Garrison video. This is going to be how to do the right kind of buildings, what buildings to pick if you're looking to raid, if you're looking to do PvE, progression-oriented PvE content, alright? Raiding, dungeons, whatever the fuck, alright? So we're going to go over the architect's table and we're going to get this down. First one building we're going to want is the Barracks, okay? The Barracks is important because it gives you 5 extra followers. The reason you want 5 extra followers is those are 5 extra followers that can go on missions for you every day, and those 5 extra followers missions have a chance to give you an epic. And we'll talk about that whenever we get to the small buildings. That's the main, general reason that you want to have the Barracks. But even more important than the Barracks is going to be the Dwarven Bunker. The reason that you want to have the Dwarven Bunker is it does a lot of different things for you, and the main thing is it's going to give you a chance while you're leveling up to upgrade your gear. You have a higher chance of getting your gear upgraded from, whenever you get a quest item, it can upgrade to epic or blue quality. Well, there's a higher chance of that to happen, and also the upgrade will be a larger increase in item level. It'll also give you a free tempered seal of fate, but that's not as important, assuming that you have the Garrison resources or whatever to just pay for it anyway. But the main thing is that while you're leveling, this should be the first building that you make, is the Dwarven Bunker. So while you're leveling, it gives you the best leveling gear possible, and towards the end of your leveling, it can give you gear that's almost on par with dungeon gear. Gnomish gear works. Mage Tower. Mage Tower gives you a buff that works in outside Draenor. The stables is mainly just for farming and stuff like that, riding around. Those 3 are really not very important, honestly. So we're just going to go over to the medium. Now, the most important thing to have for medium is a barn. And the reason you want a barn is at level 3, barns can help you make Savage Blood. Use Savage Blood to make the different epic crafting items in WoD, and so you definitely want to have their barn. The next thing is your lumber mill, and the reason that you want to have a lumber mill is it basically just puts you on a fast track to getting the rest of this shit done faster, because it lets you harvest trees, and basically the trees will give you more Garrison resources. And so you want to build your lumber mill first, and then your barn second. Okay. Gladiator Sanctum. The trading post is nice to have, but it's honestly not that important. The trading post, if you have resources to buy your own consumables, the trading post is not that important. The inn is also nice to have, but my suggestion would be you go with the barn and the lumber mill, and you can always switch to the trading post or the inn later on after you've completed everything that you would need Garrison resources for. But that's again up to you. The barn is the most important one to have, but I would start with the lumber mill to fast track the rest of them. Anyway, with the small ones are real simple, guys, and two of the choices are pretty much already picked out for you, and those should be your 2 crafting professions. And so I'm engineering and blacksmithing, so I got an engineering one and a blacksmithing one. Very simple. The next one, as the reason I'm actually re-recording this video, is because I called this the Smuggler's Den. It's not called the Smuggler's Den, it's the Salvage Yard. And the reason you want to have the Salvage Yard is at level 3 it gives you a chance to actually get, whenever your followers go on missions, which is, by the way, the reason that you have the Barracks, so they can go on more missions, is that the higher, it gives you a chance to get an epic item from the raid that's 1 level above what you're doing. So if you're doing normal mode raids, it's going to give you an item that's heroic. If you do heroic, it gives you mythic. I don't know if you do mythic, it will give you some other super thing like that. Also, you can also get kind of a bank, I guess, type thing in your Garrison for a small building. And that would be nice, if you have a gathering profession, you could just get the bank also. But the rest of them are all profession oriented. So best case scenario, you want to have your profession buildings, and then your 3rd building will be the, not the Smuggler's Den, the Salvage Yard. And that becomes very important whenever you get later into the game with raiding, and also it's level 3, because it needs to be level 3 to do that. So to recap, just to make sure everybody remembers, what we need to have is this is for progression, PvE content. 2 large buildings you want to have is the bunker and the barracks, which are, bunker is most important at the beginning. The barracks will become more important towards the end. For the medium buildings, you want to have the barn and the lumber mill. The lumber mill is more important at the beginning, and the barn is more important at the end. Whenever you have everything for the lumber mill, you can always switch off and do something else with the lumber mill after that. For the small buildings, you want to have 2 of them be for your professions, and the 3rd one needs to be the salvage yard to get the smuggling items that can possibly be epics for you. I think it's 10% chance. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, Anyway, guys, those are the buildings that I would recommend you to get. Other people may disagree. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I would go with. So that's pretty much all I got. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.